and I'm here at Clowes Hall waiting for Common, the rapper, artist, the philanthropist, the stud on Hell on Wheels. I can't wait. So follow me.
Common, I was listening to Passing Me By on my way here, and I know that you paid tribute to Far Side. What was it like just thinking about that era in hip hop?
I mean, well, that era was, like really one of the eras where I became started to fly in a way, like meaning I've been loving hip hop growing up, listening to it, and then I started to be able to participate in it. It was some of the most creative music that I ever heard because, most of the artists at that time didn't know okay, well, I'm gonna make this album and then I'm gonna go do a clothing line and then I'm gonna go act, and then it was like the music, and people were focused on the music, and then they didn't have so much opportunity for other things, outlets for other things, so it was concentrated on making really albums. And when you think of the Bizarre Ride to Far Side, it's that's an album. When you think of Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders, those are albums. Nas' Illmatic. It was a time. Yeah, that is actually my favorite hip hop album. But I gotta say, just the spirit of it, because anything that at a certain point, once it becomes more corporate, it drifts off from the purity that it once had. Not that it still doesn't have creative. Hip hop, I think, is really good right now, to be honest. I think it's some really good music coming out, some fruitful, fun, creative dudes out there, such as Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Big Sean, and these guys that really care about it. Drake, all those guys, to me, they know where hip hop comes from. But, during that time, it was soul still new. It was discovery. It was people, you have people with their own personalities. People were really into their individuality for real, and it wasn't Slick Rick was the first Slick Rick, and Brand Nubians or Tribe or NWA was the first of their kind. So it's the originality was so pure, and it just was, it just was that spirit of just man, it's fun. You forget how fun it was, and I think that's one of the reasons I'm making music more now, is I'm starting to have fun again with it. I'm around artists that spark that, because at the end of the day, during that time, it was also competition. If I hear Nas snapping on New York State of Mind, I gotta step my game up. If I hear Far Side or Redman doing something different, man, I gotta be Outkast coming with stuff. It's all these groups was challenging you to be better, and sometimes songs I hear now, I can enjoy them, but it's not I'm man, I got to get in the ring and get better. It's not that. Some you do get that, but not a lot.
So you started off obviously as a rapper, but now you ventured into your Common Ground Foundation and acting. So what took you from just music into being more of a mogul today?
Common Ground Foundation is something that I've embarked on for a long time, because I grew up looking and seeing hey, my mom was a teacher, and she always would look out for kids, and bring kids home around. I was man, she really doing work for them, she really cared. And my homies that didn't have the opportunities I had, I always felt I wanted to give to them. So I thought about all the people that don't have the opportunity. So Common Ground is the extension of that for me.
So there you have it, the words of Common. He spoke about music and hip-hop and life. Check out his book, One Day It'll All Make Sense. And check us out on icndmag.com, and catch me on faithmckinney.com. Follow me.